Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Path of Exile, closed beta of Awakenings. New expansion Awakenings, currently in closed beta. I'm trying to rush through this before there's another server reset. I'm still playing as Quitch. I'm now level 26, and have just entered Act 3. A couple of notable things to mention. First of all, I got myself a unique flask. I'd actually never seen this one yet in the game, and it was kind of neat. I was like, wait, that's a flask? That's unique? How cool is that? It's a little bit weird. When I drink from this, yeah, it gives me mana, but it doesn't damage my energy shield and my hit points, which is too bad. But it gives me a power frenzy and endurance charge. And what those do, I think they last about 10 seconds, and they endurance charges make me take a little less damage. Frenzy, I think, makes me attack a little bit faster. I don't think it affects spell casting, but the power charges are interesting because it actually gives me more crit, which actually synergizes relatively well with the whole lightning tendrils, Herald of Thunder, shock thing that I'm hoping to go for. The other notable thing to talk about is so I've leveled up, so I put in a few more points, but I've gone ahead and I've gotten my first jewel, so I went and made sure that I reached a jewel socket and then equipped Survival Secrets, a cobalt jewel. Gives me 3 mana regenerated per second, which is fine, I guess, but more importantly, 10% increased elemental damage. Very nice, limited to 1. Now this is colored like a unique item, which I guess because you're limited to 1, maybe, I don't know, but I think I got it from a quest reward. I don't think that was like a crazy drop or anything. Other than that, mostly just motoring around with some pretty basic gear. I did find this goat horn here with a total of 31% increased spell damage, which seemed okay. A little cast speed too. Crit would be better. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the triple red or the triple blue gems that I would like. So I'm currently packing a knockback gem in there, which I'm not 100% sold on yet. It's nice against melee people because I keep knocking them back as I zap them, so that's okay. But one thing I gotta say, and I know they were trying to do this in Awakenings, is trying to offer a lot more support gems early on, because support gems are what really make a lot of the game cool and allow you to do a lot of builds. And I'm pretty sure they're offering up more support gems early on in the game, either by modifying the drop rate or maybe some of the quest rewards. And as a result, because I'm not used to this as a new character, I'm fighting to have enough sockets for all the stuff I want. And I don't recall ever having to worry about that too much as a new character. I would really like to see if I can get a 4-link suit of armor. I think at my level, 4 sockets is the most I can hope for. So if I can get one with 4 sockets that's all linked together, that'll become a really good candidate for doing a little bit of a color swapping and things like that to get what I want. Anyway, Act 3, which in my opinion has actually some of the more annoying sort of like hunting around for the next level, finding the waypoints, finding a few different quest items. Like, I occasionally find myself get a little frustrated in Act 3 with all that stuff. Well, we'll see how it goes. Other than that, I think my skill gems are all basically the same as in the last video. Mostly lightning tendrils is my primary attack. I do have the fireball as a backup, but I almost never use it. Even with some things lightning resistant, I'm just mostly continuously zap it. I do have the bit of a teleport, and that's it. I'm like sure to turn on the Herald of Thunder, since I just did load the game up. Oh, we got our knockback going up. So we'll be able to see, yeah, as I zap them, you see it knocks them back. Now, it does cause me to have to scooch forward a little bit between casts. So I don't think it's something I'm going to be keeping, but it has proven itself to be pretty handy against melee creatures. Oh, I should go ahead and pop my flask of charges here. More crits, more crits. Now, the other thing to note, and I'm waiting to see it happen, is I just did load my first item filter script. So one of the things they've added in Path of in Awakenings is the ability to write a script to filter items. And let's go ahead and take a look at my options here. Loot filter, it's in there. Item filter loaded successfully. So in theory it should be there, but why is it still showing me some items? Well, okay, so a few things the loot filter can do. It can hide things that you might not care about. And the other thing it can do is you can set custom. Oh yeah, it is working. There we go, because there's some, if you hold Alt, it'll still show me everything. Good to know. But by default, even though I have, you can see here quite clearly, I have things set so it's always showing me. It's always highlighting. But even though I've got it set to always highlight, it's not showing me this rusted spike because it's not worth paying attention to, which I like. It's interesting. It is showing me this long staff. Now, I think the reason is it has to do with the type of item and the level that I'm at. The filter that I'm using the filter by, oh, did I close it? By brute force. I'll try to make sure to put in a link at the bottom. I'll probably forget. But if you go to reddit.com/r/pathofexile, or if you go to reddit.com/u/brute_force, that's the person who did this. They've got a link to their GitHub, just in case I forget to put it down there. And it's a pretty good list, and I'm sure there's going to continuously be more and more tweaked loot filters, you know, for all your personal preferences. I might end up making my own at some point, but for now I didn't want to do that. So I do have to find the crematorium, which actually I think is normally in the northwest of this map, at least pre-Awakenings. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of that knockback. Problem is, I don't have another decent red support gem. The question is, would I be better off not having any knockback at all? Like, I'd prefer if those were 3 blues, but I'm not going to waste some chromatics at this point. I'm going to try to go north. Boom, teleport. Because I think the crematorium is often to the north. But yeah, navigating some of these maps in Act 3 I find very, very frustrating. On the other hand, I like the end game part of Act 3 some of the best. So I can't access the sewer grate yet. I will get a key for that a little bit later on. Yeah, but you know, like, just fighting all the final bosses in Act 3 and just farming some of those areas. Like, farming the docks is very, very satisfying. We shouldn't have to do it on difficulty 1 here. But at higher levels, it's just, I mean, it's nice. There's lots of enemies. They're relatively easy to manage. You can get some good XP and good drops. It's just a satisfying way to spend a little bit of time. Come on, blow up. There we go. We are getting our lightning strikes. And that's good. We'll go ahead and grab that. No, I picked up the cloth belt, which I do not want. Oh, one thing I haven't checked is what the loot filter is doing for quality. Okay, so that's all a dead end over there. Alright, so I don't know where the crematorium is. Interesting. I mean, I might have imagined that it's always in sort of the northern part, you know, top left-ish kind of thing. But I don't know. I feel like they're pushing a little bit more map variety in Awakening. Like, they tweak their algorithms to put things maybe in areas where you're not quite as used to. But I might be imagining that was that it had a tendency to be in any one specific place. Meanwhile, I think there's also I think there's a unique here, Captain of the Guard, somewhere on this map. One of those types of dudes. I might be wrong. Superior Bone Bow. I'll have to tweak my filter. I'll have to tweak the filter so it only shows me things with a quality of 10% or more, so that I don't pick anything else up. That'll be really helpful, actually. Save a lot of time, you know, just filter it down to the stuff I care about. Let's go and kill some of these dudes. Thin this out. Is this... Oh, we've got a... I don't think I've seen this guy. Perpetus. He's an actual unique. Not a rare. He's a unique. Casts ethereal knives, throws bear traps, and generally gets to be kind of annoying. Alright, thin out the crowd a bit. Then finish off Wrathfang the Smooth. Whoa! You know what? That's, I think, the first time I've gotten any real lag since starting this beta. I mean, this server doesn't get as much attention. I just opened up the little latency counter over there. Spiking up a little. Oh, there's another 8. That's interesting. I'm not uploading anything. Yeah, I think this is my first day I've ever had any lag going on here. And it could, of course, just be at my end. Got 4 people in this house that use the internet pretty heavy, including YouTubers and streamers and things. So we quite often beat up the internet. Yeah, I've had solid 50 millisecond gameplay every time I've played so far. Let's zap those, and then I'm going to have to go and chase down someone. I realize I haven't leveled up yet. Come on, Tormented Necromancer. I'll put you out of your tormented state. Don't you worry about that. Let's activate our flask of moving fast. Oh, I killed him. There we go. This coloring here on this bastard sword, for example, is an example of coloring from this filter that I used. So it's extra highlighted. It is rare. It also has 4 sockets. Ooh, faster casting. That's nice. I don't care about the arming axe. Let's take a look at it. 87% increased damage. See, that would be very good. Now, I will go and put it in my stash, just on the off chance that I end up making another character in this league. But, oh. Why is it highlighting? Because of the health? Technically better than the one I got. Oh, no, mine's 38. Plus, mine's a rare, of course. Because the beta servers are going to get wiped and reset from time to time, I likely will not be able to take advantage of these items. That are not from my main character. Because that's normally like quite a satisfying part of the game, right? You're going around, you're finding gear. It's not always gear you need, but you're like, well, maybe I'll make a, you know, 2-handed barbarian type, and that'll be a great item for him. Or you can always trade it, I suppose, too. That's a crappy 2-stone ring. I'm not going to bother keeping that around. 2-stone rings are cool because they have 2 resistances on them, right? They always have a pair of resistances, depending on exactly what the stones are. And while... You know, if a stone gives you, say, fire and cold resistance, it'll be less resistance to fire than a pure fire resist item. But if you total the two resistances together, they're often more. So you're better off wearing two stone rings than, you know, a pair of single stone rings, for example. And I don't know what the biggest number of resistance you can get. I know 12 is not it. I'm sure you can get at least 15% to each, and I think you can actually get more. I don't know if you can get, like, I mean, it probably depends on the item level, actually, now that I think about it. So, that makes a lot of sense. Or at least what the limit is. I think even with a high item level, there's a chance it'll be kind of a crap item, but... see, now we're back at the top of the map. This might make a little bit more sense here. There we go. See, I wasn't crazy. Also, I can't remember. Is there maybe a waypoint on this map? Maybe not. Alright, so we'll go into the crematorium. Take a look real quick once we pop in here. So many of the waypoints have moved. Like, zones I'm not used to having waypoints have them, and then sometimes a zone that used to have one doesn't. Alright, there's definitely no waypoint there. There is one here. Okay, that's fine. I like that. Oh, we want to kill the Necromancer here, which raises undead, and there's another one over here, Slender Maw. Let's go ahead and activate our Super Gem, get a little bit of extra movement speed going on here so that we can keep closing very quickly. That was, you know, I didn't really need to use a Quicksilver Flask, but it's going to refill itself pretty quickly. Orb of Transmutation, there we go. Lightning's blasting. I did not want to pick that up. Yeah, I'll definitely have to make my own item filter at some point. Because there are things that I want that other people, like, you know, I might have different priorities, but basically I'm going to want to tune it to behave in the same way that I actually interact with loot. Bum, bum, bum. I wonder if you can filter based on how many sockets are on an item. You know, because I'm very rarely going to be interested in picking up a non-superior, just white item. Unless it has a really extraordinary amount of sockets on it, in which case I may want to then take that and craft it into a rare item and use it or something like that. This is worth checking out. Because I'm still not using anything that increases my magic damage. It's a lot of life. And a couple of good resistances. And it's actually got 2 blue sockets, which is handy. So let's do a little swappy do here. Which one was that? That was my lightning warp, which is back in the middle. Yeah, I think that's better. I mean, it certainly has a lot higher basic defenses. Evasion rating, which is not particularly important, but that's okay. Slightly higher block chance. Yeah, alright. How are my resistances looking? Okay, I'm not even maxed on anything. I'm getting close. Getting close to maxing one out. Thank you for the curse, buddy. Let's blow you up. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to focus on some crit here. You know what? With this sort of filter, what I can do is change something. Because I have it set right now that it only picks up when I'm holding down the Alt key. But what that does is it actually pollutes my screen with some noise that I don't need anymore. So what I want to do... Where is it? Key pickup. I want to turn that off. So now I can pick up items without holding down the key, which would have been sort of annoying before because it's very likely that you'll accidentally pick up an item. You have to level up when you don't necessarily mean to, when you're mostly focused on fighting. But in theory now, there'll be less items in general. Let's go ahead and upgrade the strongbox. It contains 2 additional rare items. Very nice. Also, let's go ahead and put in a passive point. I'm going to finish off this mana and life area over here, which is going to be pretty good. Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. No, that's no good. Apparently I can accidentally pick up items that aren't being highlighted. Right? Because I can... Yeah, no, don't want that. At all. So, let's make sure to put that back on there. Wow, I don't know if you guys just heard that. I don't know if that was thunder. Probably not. This is a big mining town that I'm in. And literally you can hear like blasting from, you know, kilometers away just rattle through your house. Okay. And another boom. And another boom. And another boom. Wow. I have no idea if that you guys heard that or not, but like I could feel shaking under my feet from the booms. Definitely some mining operations going on. It's pretty freaky to know that. Alright, so there's my 2 rare items. We'll take the scrolls. Everything else is fine. Boop, boop. Minion gems. It's a lot of evasion, but I'm quite happy with what I've got, so no. Oh, they're actually linked, which might be better. Defensive stats basically the same. Less resistance and stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother putting it on. But yeah, I would really like to find a suit of armor with 4 links, if possible. Alright, that's good. And yeah, I'm gonna have to actually, I could change that filter now. Just realized I don't have to restart the game. I think you have to put in files maybe when the game's not running. I'm not sure. Definitely want to take the flask with quality. I'll make an edit between episodes, but I'm going to try to set a filter so that, except on flasks, I always want to pick up quality flasks because I want to be able to craft some pretty fancy flasks later on. But for the items, the quality items, it's just too much work, and you have to go back to town too often to pick up everything. In fact, what I could do is set the filter that for like really big items that take up like 6 slots, for example, I only want to pick them up if they've got like 10% or more. But for tiny items, you know, boots, gloves, that sort of thing, and especially flasks, then I might be willing to pick them up a little bit more frequently. But we'll see. I guess armor or stronghold. Do they drop armor or do they drop the blacksmith stones? I think it's actually just armor. I'm not going to go to town to get another thing to magic this, though. I'll just fight it as is. But it is interesting that you can do a little bit of crafting on these things themselves. There is one that drops skill gems, and I actually ran into one earlier, and I forgot to do the thing. And on that one, it becomes very valuable to craft it to the point where... Really? That's not all it dropped. Of course not. It dropped other things, but mostly ignoring them. It becomes really valuable to try to roll a magic mod that increases the quality of the items dropped, because gems with quality are A, hard to come by, and they're also hard to craft. But, you know, because if you can get something like a 20% quality skill gem that does 20% more damage than the normal kind, holy crap. Hello, Hate Beat. How's it going? Going pretty well for you, actually. Pin you in a corner so you don't get knocked back as much. Yeah, I'm not sure this knockback gem is helping me. It might even be hurting me at points, but I'll do alright for now. Probably missed a 4-linked item already. That would be like me. Pop all that, nothing in it. Kill you. These guys always resist lightning for some reason, which is kind of annoying. But there aren't very many things, as far as I can tell in the game, that resist lightning as a rule. You know, like all the time. So, it's not too bad. I mean, plenty of stuff, more than anything, has just elemental resistance. And it's like, oh, that's kind of annoying, but I guess it doesn't matter. If you're going to be playing a wizard, there's always, you know, that's always going to be a problem. Wow. Again with the lag and the desync. I'm going to have to check my internet here. Actually, I should do a little speed test. Speedtest.net. Okay. Begin test. That's great sword. Oh, it's a rainbow one. Nice highlighting on that. Very much appreciated. There we go. 13% quality item. Oh, yeah, my internet is boop. Okay. My download speed is less than half of what it should be. So it might be time for us to go and reboot some routers or jiggle some lines or yell at people at the place. But that's what's going on. Because, like I said, the beta servers, because they're not overly packed, the experience has been really, really good. Also, I actually don't know if they've introduced the new networking model yet, the sync thing. I don't think they have, because I think it's supposed to be something you can toggle on and off.
Come to Sun, and here you are.
Yes.
Put the stray puppy down, boys.
Here I am. Activate Super Flask of crits. Kill her ads, and then beat up on her. She's not actually going to stick around. Don't hit me with lightning. How dare you? Lightning's my thing. Resist elemental damage. Should probably do more multiplayer. What's my elemental, my lightning resist? 68%. Alright, pretty good actually. There we go. She backs off. We check Tolman. He'd be dead. Pick up his bracelet. And I guess there's no reason not to simply portal out of here. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, one sec. I want to make sure that I go here and pop into the slums so that my slum instance doesn't go away. Because as the pop-up just mentioned, the instances only stay open for so long. You can reset them. If you hold control when you click on a portal, you can force a new instance to be created. But I wanted to make sure that the slums stay where they are because I think the next thing will be to go into the sewers. And I've already discovered the sewers. I don't have to look for them a second time. I mean, it's not necessarily the end of the world if you do, simply on the basis that you can get more experience points and whatnot. Okay, flammability curse, no. Conductivity curse. Certainly seems like the sort of thing I'm going to want to make sure to pick up a copy of. Discipline has recently been buffed. I think it used to reserve 60% of your mana. Now it's 40%. I think something like that, which is pretty neat. Not going to worry about those yet. Purity of elements. Oh yeah, more auras. If you multiplayer, the auras become really valuable. I'm going to pick up conductivity. I'll just leave it around for now. I don't think I'm going to bother with the curses at this point, just because I've got like a limit to how many buttons I want to be able to push. I don't know. It's probably a good idea. Hold on. I do have some slots now, don't I? Yeah. So I can go and put there, and then maybe move conductivity to that slot. Okay, that works.
How you doing?
Sell items. Rainbow item was that one there.
Stay out of the shadows.
And then mostly bank things. Quality weapons. Oh, not that. That one's maybe saving it. These have quality. Then I think I'll just sell and sell. Actually, sell all those. Keep the sword, I suppose. I don't even know if I have a thing. Yeah, I do. Wow, that took a long time to open up. And a quality flask, which I will just save for now. And we'll see what kind of crafting we might want to do with this stuff later on. Nope. Quality armor. That's a lot of life on that. And resistances. I would lose the 15% increased movement speed, though. Ooh. 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 Yeah, we're going to keep our existing boots. But that is a pretty good set of gear. Okay. And then we've got blue gem. Stash that. Stash your currency. Alright, good. I think there's, yeah, Clarissa. We talked to her. Give her the bracelet. We get the sewer keys.
Watch
Lovely.
yourself.
Hello, Grigor. So, the closest way to get to the sewers, I believe, would be in this direction. This should get me back into the slums from the other side. And from here, we were very close to the sewers. Weren't we? Wasn't it like in the north this way? There we go. Latency's fine again. That's nice. Let's do another speed test and see how it compares. I don't think they used to put these exclamation points on the map. It's a lot easier to track now. Dun, 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 dun. No, I'm still getting... Wow. I'm supposed to get 50 megs down, and I get 10. 10 megs down. That is, that bodes poorly. This is why I don't play hardcore characters, because sometimes your internet goes to poop. And I don't want to do that, but so far it's working out okay fine here. But yeah, I'll go and reboot all the things after this episode. Hello, Scumleg the Yowler. Should curse you guys with lightning vulnerability. At the very least, start leveling up the gem is going to be a good idea. Alright, cursed enemies have 10% chance to be shocked by lightning damage. Nice. Last 9 seconds. Cursed enemies lose 25% lightning resist. And that's the thing. For the people who have elemental resist, it becomes like probably a little bit more important. Most of these minions die quickly enough that it's not worth me maybe always spending the cast. Although, it does increase the chance of those shocks. Which is nice. Stash number 1. Ooh. Curse you. Get more crits. Stop hopping on me. You freak. Good. Alright, no. Again, I have to hit an extra button, but it's probably worthwhile. Actually, maybe what I'll do... Since I really don't use the fireball much, what if I put my conductivity on the right click? Grab those. Giant mana flask. It has a lot more armor. It's got the hit points. Doesn't have the rarity, but that's not the end of the world. Also, it doesn't have the stats, which are good. I'll lose some lightning for this, but that's not the end of the world. I guess it's worth going to. Even though it was nice to have the extra item find. So, right click, left click. Okay. The only thing that's still annoying is that it's a little hard to just like get the curse off because of the fact that this spell is not quite as channel as it feels. It's got that extra, like that forecast. Hey, a rainbow item. Do 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 do. Someone curse me from a distance. I put on my Quicksilver Flask to run faster. You are now trapped. Okay. Rare copper Chris. I don't think any of that matters. Meh. Wow, nice dagger. Again, if I was going with a different kind of character. Do I have to spend any time in these sewers? I don't think so. I think going to the warehouse sewers is going to be fine. And there's a waypoint, but I can't remember if it's in the sewers or the warehouse district itself. And of course, it might have changed with this expansion as well. There we go. Curse, and that helps to... makes it almost... even though it's an only 10% shock chance, makes it almost guaranteed that we shock just because of how many little zaps we do. Which means my effect is going to be going all the time. This is nice! I think I'm still mostly going to focus my character on crit chance as opposed to actual shock chance. Because I think with this attack, it really doesn't need much of a shock chance at all. And crits just mean more damage. I mean, I want to get people shocked because it does give them, you know, I think they take 50% more damage. So that's pretty good. But other than that, once it's on, it's just on. I'm really enjoying this build. I'm going to be really, really sad when the beta ends and the game actually goes live. Or, you know, the next time there's a beta server wipe. Because I'm enjoying this character, but I hate restarting the same things over and over. So if I did have to start a new character, I would almost certainly go with a... oh, it is down here, the waypoint. Cool. I would almost certainly go with, you know, a completely different build, which is sad because I like this one. I don't know, maybe when it goes live... well, no, I've already have my established characters. I have, like, the level 62 Spectral Throw person, and she's pretty good. Although, I have come to realize that her build is kind of whack. I ended up grabbing actually quite a bit of crit on that character, and in practice, I think it was the wrong way to go. It's at least at the level I currently am at. That's a 4-link... or no, it doesn't actually have 4 links. Sort of, it looks in the bottom of the right corner over here, because of the way the helm is, at the corner of my eye, it looks like it's a 4-way link, but it's not. That's a lot of quality. Because I would like some more things. Any piece of armor with more links. Are you hitting me? Go away. Hey, leveled up. Actually not sure where I'm going next with the level. Not grave intentions. Oh, I want to make sure to pick up here. I'm not going to go down the right branch, which is more shock damage. I mean, it's got some extra pure damage, but I don't need the extra shock. It's going to be fine. So I guess I'm actually just going to continue north through here. Might do some power charge stuff at some point, but at this point, it's... I mean, I can either grab this intelligence or this intelligence. It doesn't really matter to go there. I guess I'll grab this one because it'll open up more paths. And then next time I'll go there, and start picking up more lightning damage. Okay, sounds good. Orb of Transmutation, very nice. Don't mind if I do. Level up some things. 17%, nice. Curse the Unique. Kill some of his buddies. There we go. Try to proc our Herald thing so we get some more extra zaps. Ooh, that is a very superior flask. 13%. The warehouse district. Excellent. I think there's still a goodie down here, actually. I think there's probably still a stash down here. I'm not sure, though. I don't have to backtrack, but I also would probably prefer not to have to do it in the first place. Orbit chance. Very nice. Oh, hey. And a strong box. Okay, I'm happy I looked a little bit more. Plus, you know, a little bit more experience points from killing some extra stuff definitely would not hurt. And there's a quest dude. There's a master or whatever they're called. There's actually a lightning storm guarding this. Oh, is that an exile? No, just, maybe? I don't know. Hard to click. There it is. Okay, we've got a rainbow item. Interesting. So I guess they're highlighting anything that's got the health or int stats? I'm going to have to check the file to see what their logic was there. Lots of orbs and things. Very, very good. Very good. I like that very much. I'm quite happy with my leather belt. I do have the 38 health on it already, plus some extra resistances, so I think we'll leave that be. Oh, it was a stash, not a master. Hey, there we go. Good. Now I gotta find the third one, which I don't think will be in this this dungeon, this sewer. I think they'll be in another sewer. So I think I'm gonna exit now to the warehouse district. Last platinum bust in the market sewers. That's where I am, though. No, I'm in the warehouse sewers. Okay. Right. So I'm going to pop into the I think you can get to the market sewers from here, but I can also just walk there directly, unless I'm wrong. And I'm never wrong. I can walk there from the warehouse district. Right? So I think this is going to be the market over here, and it's got its own sewers. And yeah, I think they all connect, but I can just wait. Da, 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 da. Plus, you know, the sewers are stinky. Who wants to spend more time in there than you have to? Not me. And speaking of time, I think it is time for me to go ahead and put a cut in this video. I'm going to continue right with another video here. It'll probably be on the YouTube tomorrow from when you watch this video. But we'll do a little bit more clearing of Act 3 normal. Enjoying the lightning tendrils makes me feel like a badass. And that's really the most important thing. Whatever ability you pick, you know, don't try to min-max things. Just try to go with whatever ability makes you feel like the biggest badass there is. And going in Palpatine like this works for me. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.